anything particularly they did on those possessions to get back in there, or just a shot maker making shots?
You know, the second one was just it was a very high IQ play. You know, the first one, you know, we're scrambling. Yeah, the second one, he sped it up before we could get our matchups, and had some airspace, and launched it. You know, he has a knack for the timely play. You know, but when you leave it to that, where everything's got to go, you know, perfect down the stretch, you know, you know, that's sometimes what you're susceptible to. You know, for the most part, they were able to control the big muscle areas of the game, you know, attacking us in the paint, whether it was drives, cuts, post-ups, offensive rebounds. That set the tenor of the game. We made a great comeback there, you know, with shot making. But at that point, you know, if you've gotten so many layups and paint attacks, you know, then the three ball seems a lot easier. You know, Turner hit a big one, you know, as well. And, you know, you just can't say enough about McConnell. You know, he had 2 dagger shots there as well, the layup and the pull up in the lane.
62 to 28 in the paint,
Yeah.
their advantage. Was it a matter of just their muscle, or are you guys not finishing enough when you seemed like you had ample attempts also?
Yeah, I don't know necessarily off the top of my head, like, how many layup attempts we had. We definitely missed a bunch, you know, at the rim. But they had their fair share of, not necessarily layups, but short attempts in the paint, cuts, some second chance opportunities, or late dishes that led to little floaters that aren't layups, but they're paint shots. You know, and they really, you know, set the tone with that type of aggressiveness. Those sometimes can be deflating plays if you miss layups, and it ends up being a 4 or 5 point swing. But those things happen. You know, if you're generating them, I'm good with it. But if we miss them, we can't lag back, and then it turned into an open shot going the other way. We'll definitely chart that. Any missed layup, what was our field goal percentage allowed on that very next possession?
A Jaime injury going down there. Obviously, it's like almost you're never going to be whole, but where do you stand?
Yeah, that's one of the craziest ones. He just happened to be backpedaling back and stepped on McConnell's foot. He says he's fine. There's no way to know. You know, sprained ankles, we'll find out when we get to Miami.
Khalil being out of the rotation, what was the thought process? How did that play?
Just a little bit more. They were playing smaller lineups. Nico had done some good things at the 5. It's not at all an indictment on him.
Had a chance to get to 500. Instead, it's a 2-4 trip. Do you feel there were gains made on this, or is it still pushing the rock up the hill?
Yes, to both, for sure. We feel like we're making some strides of figuring out what our identity is to win basketball games, but also, you know, it's okay to be you know, disappointed, you know, at the end result of this road trip, you know, what the record was on it. Both things can be true. All right, thank you.